Good morning, yogis, and welcome to your teen morning gratitude flow. I'm so excited to share this morning practice with you all, where we're going to get to focus on our intention and our mindset for the day. We'll pay special attention to offering gratitude to ourselves and this body, which is going to help us to be all that we are for our family and friends today. For this practice, if you would like to have a pillow or a blanket, those could be great options. However, they're not needed. But we are going to go ahead and get started. So if you want to find your way to a comfortable position on your back or on your side. So maybe you'll use the pillow for your low back or under your hips. You might even use the pillow for your head, coming into a nice neutral spine. You might find fallen bridge pose, so bringing your feet to the width of your mat, bringing your knees to touch. You might even drape your blanket over your feet if they're cold. We're going to just take a few moments here to settle in and find a position that feels good for us. Thinking about the start to this day. Only we know the best way that we can set ourselves up for success. You might be really excited about today, or maybe you're feeling really nervous about something coming up. But I'm going to invite you right now to close your eyes and to find a place for your hands somewhere on your abdomen, or perhaps bringing them to your heart, or one hand on your heart, one on your belly. And just allow your breath to slow, knowing that today is a gift. And there may be challenges. However, there can also be great surprises, joyful adventures. And so we want to be open to those things, acknowledging when we need to take a step back, and thanking ourselves for showing up today. Go ahead and take a moment to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. One more time, we'll inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. You can flutter open your eyes if you'd like, and go ahead and remove your blanket or your pillow. Thinking about the rest of our practice, we're going to move into some poses where we'll offer gratitude to different things that are going to serve us today. And then we'll also be energizing our bodies to get us prepared to be the best version of ourselves. So go ahead and find that lying position one more time. We're going to stretch our feet out long. We'll inhale our arms up and over our head for a good morning stretch. So feeling that energy from both our fingers and our toes, shining that energy all around us. Take one more big inhale and exhale to hug our knees into our chest. We're going to spend just a moment here giving ourselves a hug, and our first gratitude is going to be for ourselves. Thanking ourselves for all of the wonderful energy we have to give, for all of our gifts and our talents. We are each so unique. And so take a moment in this ball pose to thank yourself for just being. There's no need to strive for perfection. There's no need to prove yourself to yourself. When you are here, you can just be. Go ahead and inhale to drop your hands to a T, keeping your knees up towards your chest. And we're going to exhale to drop our knees to the left side of our body. So thinking about twisting our spine, we're waking up, being very gentle this morning. We might have our gaze move to our right hand, deepening the stretch. Continue to breathe and think about all the wonderful things your spine does for you throughout the day. We'll inhale back to center and exhale to drop your knees to the right side. Again, moving our gaze to the left hand. If we want to deepen the stretch. If today is a school day, you'll probably be spending a lot of time at a desk. And so our spine helps us to sit up nice and tall, to feel supported, to help us to concentrate. So let's offer some gratitude for our spine. Go ahead and inhale your knees back to center. One more time, we'll hug our knees into our chest. And this time you can bring your knees to some gentle circles, thinking about our low back. You might also think about our core, our abdomen, our sit bones, all of the ways that our body helps us to feel supported and strong. So maybe we have a sporting event today, or we're singing in choir, or we're dancing, or maybe we're just going to spend some time today getting to be outside. All of those things are supported by our center. And so we're so grateful for all of those wonderful things that they do. Even the way that our abdomen digests our food so we can enjoy delicious meals. And then as that feels complete, go ahead and center your knees once more. And we're gonna rock and roll to the top of our mat. So inhaling our legs up high, we're gonna reach our hands behind our thighs and we're gonna rock and roll the length of our spine. I love this pose because it's a little silly. It's all good for you to smile while we do this. And it makes me think of revving an engine or turning up the volume on some music, right? We're cranking up our bodies and getting them prepared for the day. So go ahead and as you're ready, we'll meet in a seat. We're gonna start here by coming into cobbler's pose. So bringing our feet to touch, thinking about sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna take a moment to give thanks to our feet. Our feet are pretty incredible. Our big toes, our little pinky toes, they're all a part of balancing and supporting us throughout the day. They help us to stand without falling over. They help us to walk from place to place, to run, to jump, to connect with people. They bring us to every destination that we want to go to. So we're going to take a few deep breaths here. If you want to give yourself a little foot rub, that's great. If you just want to sit up nice and tall and think about this beautiful part of your body, that's great too. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling. One more time, inhaling through your nose and exhaling. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and move now with our legs crossed. We are going to go ahead and do a few side stretches. So inhaling our arms up nice and tall. We're going to exhale to bring our left hand to the mat and our right arm over our right ear. Thinking about waking up our side body. Inhaling through our nose and exhaling. Inhale back to center. Exhale to stretch to the other side. Slowly waking up our body. And maybe thinking about one thing you're excited about for today. one thing that you're grateful for. Inhaling back to center, we're going to move now to a tabletop. So moving to our tabletop, we want to think about our knees being underneath our hip points, our hands being underneath our shoulders. We're going to do a pose called thread the needle. So go ahead and plant your left hand on the mat. We're going to inhale our right arm up and exhale to thread that arm underneath the other, bringing your ear to the ground, feeling maybe a stretch in your shoulder, making sure to not push yourself too hard, stopping where the stretch feels deep enough. Offering some gratitude for all the things that we'll carry today, all the things that will move. Inhaling that arm back up. And exhaling to plant it on the mat, we'll move to the other side. So inhaling our left arm up. Exhaling to thread the needle. Again, thinking about maybe the things that we take for granted. Carrying a lunch tray. Having a backpack. Being able to dribble a basketball. Getting to be a part of a team. All the wonderful things that our arms allow us to do. Go ahead and inhale that arm back up. Exhale to move it to the ground. Now we're going to wake up our wrists. They potentially will do a lot of writing for us today. So turning our fingers to the sides of our mat, we're going to just create gentle circles. So moving our wrists clockwise, thinking about all the wonderful things our hands create for us. Maybe we're an artist. Maybe we just like to write. Maybe we're in a sport where we need our hands. Go ahead and reverse the circle. Maybe we like high-fiving our friends. Or we play an instrument. Thanking our hands, thinking about all the wonderful things that they do for us. Now you can find some stillness, and we're going to point our fingers back for whatever feels comfortable for you, making sure that this doesn't hurt. And we're going to tuck our toes under our feet and just gently sit back, just to a point where you feel a slight stretch in your wrists and in your fingers. Inhale through your nose. And exhale back to center. Go ahead and shake out your wrists if you need. You can come back to a hero's pose. Wonderful, everyone. We are going to slowly move now to our first downward dog. So finding that tabletop one more time. We're going to move our hands just one handprint in front of where they're at, tucking our toes. We'll inhale our hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Inhaling, maybe finding some movement, walking our dog, waking up our legs, our calves. Go ahead and look to your hands, bending your knees, tiptoe up to find a forward fold. Maybe feeling some deep stretch in our hamstrings, in our calves, noticing the way that our body wakes up after being still for so long, rejuvenating itself. Now we'll inhale to halfway lift, so resetting our spine, rolling our shoulders away from our ears. And exhale to fold. Letting our head hang heavy, maybe shaking our head yes and no, thinking about releasing tension from our neck. Our neck holds a lot of weight, our big and powerful brain, and the rest of our head. So thinking about a joy that it is to get to support our thinking minds. Inhale one more time, up and through mountain, maybe looking at our hands, thinking about all of the wonderful energy that we have to give. And then go ahead and rain your hands down back to a forward fold. We're going to move right into some warriors. So go ahead and inhale to step the right foot back, keeping that right knee up, or you can lower it if you'd like. We're going to come just to a gentle twist. So planting that right hand on the ground, we'll inhale the left arm up, looking up at our fingertips, thinking about our heart shining out to this side. Being grateful for the energy that we have to give today. But it is a gift to be alive, and we have so much to share. Exhale to bring that hand back to the mat. Inhale to lift up that knee, and go ahead and plant your back heel. Maybe you'll need to step up that back foot a little bit. And we're going to point our toes to the front right side of our mat and come into warrior one. So inhaling, really thinking strong and powerful through our center. Maybe finding our balance. It's early in the morning, right? We're going to inhale our arms up tall. Wonderful. So just waking up our body, getting it prepared to be energized today. And maybe in this first warrior one, thinking about what you want to give today, whether to your family or to your friends, to your schoolwork, to your sports team, to your band, to your choir, to your art, to your pets. What do you want to send right from ourselves out into the world? From here, we're going to move to warrior two. So from our warrior one, we'll go ahead and open up to our warrior two. So our back foot moves so that it is parallel with the short side of our mat. We're thinking about our shoulders being over our hip points and sending out energy behind and in front of us, right? Thinking about what in this world we have to be grateful for. What are things that we maybe take for granted? Having transportation, whether it be our parent taking us to school or the bus. Having an education, right? From here, we're going to move to a star pose. So sweeping our hands up and over. We're going to move our feet so that they're pointed to the far sides of the mat. And think about scooping up all that we have to give and giving it to this day. So shining our heart up and out, maybe looking towards the sky, maybe finding a little back bend. And close your eyes for just a moment here. And maybe whisper to yourself something that you're grateful for within you that you get to give today. Wonderful. Fluttering open your eyes. We're going to cartwheel now our hands to the other side. So your opposite foot will be forward from what it was before. So finding that lunge, we might lower our left knee now. We're going to plant our left hand and open up to the right side. Planting that hand now, we'll lift up that left foot, finding our heel pressed on the ground, finding our center. We're going to engage those core muscles and inhale to our warrior one. And this time, maybe we think about a friend or a family member that we're really grateful for today. Maybe someone that was kind to us, gave us good advice, helped us do our homework, cooked us a meal. And we'll bring them to our mind and offer them some gratitude. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, open up to warrior two. Finding that energy flowing from our fingertips back and forward. And from here, opening up one more time to star. Thank you for this day. Now from this star pose, we'll go ahead and shake out. I know my shoulders are starting to get tired. It's still the morning, right? And we're going to just gently move to a mountain pose where we'll end today. So standing in mountain, thinking about all the energy that you just created, all the mindful intention that you just set, all the brain power that you just activated within yourself. That's a pretty powerful thing. And I hope that as you begin this day, you're able to really come from a stance of gratitude and abundance. That your mindset is one where you remember how wonderful you are and how much energy you have to give. So gathering up all that wonderful energy that we created, we're going to inhale our arms up through mountain. Exhale our hands to heart center. And our last act of gratitude will be for our breath, for our lungs that help us to breathe every day. And so we'll close our eyes. We'll take one last deep inhale through our nose. And exhale to bow forward. Peace. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a great day.